find accessible and relate to. So when people ask us what kind of music we make, I usually say pop music, and I don't want to be associated with what people think of as mindless pop music. I think there's such thing as pop music that means something to people.
Mindful pop music.
Yeah.
Who says you can't think and dance?
Yes.
I think an album like Nightwork goes a long way to getting that, though. But you spoke to us recently, and you said that you were kind of frustrated with how it was distributed or how it was promoted. I mean, because I know you're very happy with the album itself, and it is a great album.
Yeah.
So was it particularly annoying that it wasn't maybe given the push it deserved?
I think that it's tough right now in the record industry because they're not making the money that they used to, so they're not giving the money that they used to. For Nightwork, they kind of went with the safe choices. The first single was Fire with Fire, which in the context of the album is sort of the I like to call it the unicorn of the album. It doesn't really sound like the others, or it's the black sheep, as it were. And so I thought it was an odd choice for a first single, but that was the single that the record company thought would be the biggest hit. So they went with what they thought was going to be the biggest. And I think that with a band like us, we've never really been much of a singles band. We've always been an album band, and we always look at albums as the entity. It's not, let's get some great tracks and then fill in the rest. It's, what is this album? What is this story that we're trying to tell? And so, in a sense, it was disappointing, but I feel like we made a really great album, and that in and of itself will sustain us and sustain sales over. We may not sell 1 million copies in a week, but we could sell 1 million copies over a period of time and keep it up. So, it
was an important album for our career, I think.
Yeah, and if nothing ever grows from this moment in time and it stays exactly like it is, I couldn't be happier. We have a really, really amazing touring career and have such great shows, and personally I don't need to play stadiums. Yeah. It's not something I need, and I'm so happy with what we have. It's a real gift to be able to be paid to be creative. Yeah, that's always been my goal as a performer and a creative person. My mother's an artist, and she's a painter, and always had a part-time job, and was instilled in me from the time I was very small to have a life, have a skill that you can fall back on. So I learned how to type, and until 2004 was working in a law firm. So I'm so happy with what we have and really thankful.
It is getting harder and harder with albums, especially with kind of playlist and blog and iPod culture. So
yeah.
I know you want to get your next album out quicker than Nightwork. So what's going on with that at the moment?
We are working.
Yeah, we'd always want to get a record out quicker than Nightwork. We had writer's block when we were working on Nightwork, and spent the better part of those couple years we were working on it, writing and trying to make the best album we could. So, that wasn't ideal. We're writing a lot of great music now, so it's going to be out sooner than later.
Cool. I was saying earlier on about 10 years of Sisters. REM split up yesterday after 31 years. Were you fans? or
Absolutely. I love REM. I'm a really big fan of their early stuff. Fables of the Reconstruction, Green. Oh my God, Green! What a great album. Huge fan of their stuff, and Michael Stipe and Jake are friends. So it's, I'm so amazed when people are together for that long. That is a long time. The Beatles were only together for 10 years, right? So on the one hand, I think it's sad, but on the other, look at the incredible career they've had and the amazing repertoire they've had over the year, and they've definitely gone out on a high note for sure.
They said it was time, and I guess you got to respect
Yeah,
it.
yeah, and I mean, I think that their place in rock and roll history is firmly cemented, and I think that there comes a time in any creative partnership where you feel as though you've said all the things that you have to say, and there are new avenues to go off in. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens with them.
Well,
too. And I mean,
excited to see what
do
we
we have
have to
20
say.
more years?
I hope not.
What
I hope not.
are you trying to